All right, what's up, you guys? Another good fight coming up. Carlos Takam, Joseph Parker, heavyweight IBF title eliminator. Okay, the winner of this fight is supposed to be fighting the winner of Anthony Joshua against Charles Martin for the IBF title. That fight is for the IBF title, and this fight here is the winner gets that winner. Okay, I like this fight. I mean, this is a huge step in competition for Joseph Parker. Okay, he's finally fighting a top heavyweight, a guy that's been a top heavyweight for the past couple of years. Top 10 caliber fighter, okay, in Carlos Takam. So, Joseph Parker, a guy I've been praising on this channel for a while now. Um, I think the advantages are clear. He seems to be the more technically sound fighter, the better mover, the bigger puncher, probably the bigger puncher between the two. It's hard to tell because Parker hasn't really fought anyone really that good yet, okay? Hasn't fought anyone that good. From what I'm hearing, he's having a hard time getting some of the top fighters to get in the ring with him. They're not paying the kind of money that they want, and Parker is a dangerous opponent, a guy on the come up. A lot of people want to see him fight Anthony Joshua, some of the other young top heavyweights, all right? But this is a good fight. Carlos Takam, a fighter that definitely has a huge height disadvantage, but he's used to fighting taller guys. Okay, he's been in the ring with Tony Thompson. He's been in the ring with other top heavyweights like Mike Perez, Alexander Povetkin. The only fight he lost was against Alexander Povetkin. I thought he beat Mike Perez. Okay, I thought they gave Perez a gift draw on that because I definitely thought Takam clearly won that fight in my opinion. But he's fighting a seasoned guy, a guy that has some good experience, more experience than him, and a guy that's pretty good at closing the distance too. Even though Parker is probably going to try to fight a rangier fight, and work out off his jab and use his hand speed from the outside. Carlos Takam is going to get on the inside and try to, outwork him. Carlos Takam is a worker. He's going to be in there. He's going to fight at the same pace all 12 rounds. Okay, and, I don't know if Joseph Parker hasn't really proven himself yet. He hasn't really faced any real adversity. This guy he's fighting has great stamina, okay? He throws a lot of punches. And he has some power too. He has a pretty decent KO ratio. Okay, so this should be a good test for Joseph Parker. The only problem I've always said about Parker is that his head is usually dead center. I want to see a little bit more head movement. As far as his defense, he doesn't really have the greatest reflexes defensively. Okay, but he's quick. He's very athletic. He has power. Okay, he has great footwork. Okay, he's pretty athletic overall. I think he should be able to win this fight. He should be able to win the fight. I'm picking him to win the fight, and it's a good fight for him if he does win and look impressive. If he is able to stop Takam, because no one has able to be outside of Povetkin. And even a Povetkin fight, I thought the Povetkin fight was pretty competitive. Povetkin stopped him late, but Parker is to stop him earlier. That'd be very impressive. It'll make Parker look really good. I already think he's really good, but it'll look good if he were to beat Takam. But at the same time, Takam, this is his time to put himself back on the map. Because he hasn't really had a big fight. He has a couple of wins, a few wins since he lost to Povetkin, but he hasn't really had a real big fight. And if he is to win this fight, he could get a shot at the IBF title. I mean, this is a big fight for either one of them. But Takam, it would be big for him too because he would expose, a young prospect. Well, not prospect anymore, contender now, but undefeated, guy that a lot of people have high hopes for, like including myself. So it would be big for them. And even if he were to lose the fight, maybe he'd be able to expose Joseph Parker. So it's a big fight for both fighters. If Parker looks impressive against Takam, that would be great for him, and vice versa. But I got Parker winning this fight. You know, I don't need to really give a great big breakdown of it. I think Parker and his height and his reach and his hand speed, he has enough tools to, you know, move well and outbox Takam from the outside and probably get a stoppage. You know, I'm picking Parker to stop Takam midway. You know what? I think I'm picking Parker to stop Takam earlier than Povetkin did. All right, I think Parker got the skills to be able to win this fight. I'm not completely counting out Takam because he does have the experience to win this fight, and he is a worker, like I said. But my pick is Joseph Parker. When they do finally finalize this fight or whatever, because it's not scheduled yet, I think Joseph Parker is going to stop Takam earlier than Alexander Povetkin did. And that's my pick, all right? I think it's a great fight. Let me know what you guys think on this fight. See you on the next one.